Coast behind me, forest ahead. No lights, no shoulder, just a road that wasn't on the plan. Mui Ne came and went. The inland roads kept shifting. The sun dropped fast. One turn led to a dump, the next into a plantation grid with no lights at all. A campground sat on the edge of the dark. Morning opened the way again. Saigon waited on the other side. Most riders take the ferry along the coast. The two main ways take a boat. This time I'm taking the inland line instead. I started the day on the coast with a quick fuel stop. A truck went by and blew fumes across the lane. Coast to plains to coast again. The dunes came and went, followed by a line of abandoned resorts that never made it past their first season. Further down, the road cut down to the water near a fishing village. I stopped at Blue World, one of the old hotels scattering along this shore. I took a picture and kept moving inland. It's not the best photo I've ever taken, but good enough for a break. A tea shop at a small restaurant marked the last easy moment of the afternoon. The sun was dropping quickly, through more villages where traffic is light. I caught this green just in time, but the rest of the day doesn't go as smooth. I stopped for gas, had to shake the tank to see the level because my fuel gauge is broken. Just in time. The coast always leaves me breathless. Even though I'm not sure I'll make it to Saigon in time, I had to stop. As the afternoon slowly changed to dusk, I kept riding. Garbage trucks spilled debris across the late day road, common along these coastal routes. The villages thinned out one by one. I joined the commute of people riding on their scooters home or to their friends' houses. One by one I passed them. This was the end of clean daylight. People burn their trash on the side of the road here. It's how they get rid of it. One more circle, the last village I could see clearly. Then the day just thinned out. The color went dim, then flat. A short tunnel led straight into the night. Trucks flashed their hazard lights as they stopped on the road. I didn't realize until it was too late that Google had routed me through a plantation access grid. I turned into a rubber forest with no houses and no lights. A single headlight comes towards me, and after it passed, the road disappeared completely. This stretch runs through Dong Nai's old plantation grid, roads built for workers and collection trucks, not travelers. Google reads them as shortcuts, but at night, they become a tunnel of straight rows and shadows. I checked the map, went a little further, and doubled back. Coming back to town was surreal. You could see the shimmering lights of the village in the distance. They were mesmerizing, a little glimmer of hope. I tried the next road over. Same narrow line, same darkness. 10 kilometers through the rubber forest, and I had no idea what was in there. A local passed me, and I followed his direction until the road dropped into a garbage dump. I can't lie, this was a little freaky for me. I decided to turn around and rode to the campground I'd passed earlier. He's a local, he knows the road. For me, there's just too many unknowns. They say there's one main rule in riding in Vietnam, not to ride at night.
Can I do camping?
Không biết.
Camping?
Không biết.
You have room?
Dạ có lều qua đêm.
Okay. Bao nhiêu?
Dạ.
How much?
Cái lều trong này. Rồi coi là ngủ qua đêm.
Yeah.
Qua đêm thì
We shared a meal. They wouldn't accept my money for dinner, and it seemed impolite to insist. A spider climbed on my tire. A new friend. Inside the tent, I had a fan and was separated from the bugs. A gecko climbed on the outside of the tent. Lots of insects for him to eat there. It wasn't ideal, but it worked. The morning sounded clean, birds in the trees. I packed the bike, moved the spider with a stick, and rode up to the gate. The owner opened it and we said goodbye.
See ya. Come on.
In daylight, the plantation grid made more sense. These roads were designed for workers, which explains the misrouting the night before. Rode past the woman sorting trash, and the track dropped into deep puddles and broken edges. Locals ride it like a commute. Google doesn't really classify roads like this. It sees them as shortcuts and doesn't factor in mud and lack of light. I picked up a bit of speed here and passed locals on their morning commute. Workers were picking up the rubber. There's no way I could have made this last night. It wasn't complicated in the morning. In the daylight, it's fun, but none of this would have been possible in the dark. What seems like a small puddle now, last night was like a cliff. I stayed on the sides and used the puddles like berms. I get to my first little traffic jam. It's courtesy all the way. One last berm, one last pass, and I'm out. After one last quick country road, a market marked the end of the forest. Traffic started getting heavier. And heavier. These traffic circles are gorgeous. Then, the plains opened up. A cement truck drifted into my lane. and the traffic doubled as I approached the city. These guys briefly touched bars. I rode the motorbike lanes to the side of the main road, getting into the flow of the morning commute. Near the city, the lights and lanes stopped meaning anything. Motorbikes moved in every direction across the intersections. Police tried directing traffic, but nobody was really blocking anyone. I passed a toll gate, free for motorbikes, and kept going. I hit a few bumps, passed a few riders going the wrong way, and kept going. This intersection's a free-for-all. The city adds hundreds of thousands of new bikes every year, and a lot of them funnel through here. The subway overpass came into view with full traffic underneath it. I stopped for a banh mi and watched the whole flow pass by, a much-needed rest and reset. I checked the map as the world passed me by. Arriving in the city, I stopped at a camping store for a tent. Later, I met my friend for a coffee. We talked about the Trường Đông road and the ride ahead. Then, headed off to Nha Trang. I don't know what happened to this footage, but it was a straight shot, stopping for nothing but gas. Back at the hotel, I set up my tent for practice. A quick check that it was all in order. I'm now ready for the legendary Trường Sơn Đông. The next morning I'll head north. The plains will open up, and I'll get caught in one of the most interesting traffic jams of my life. A long line of cows blocking the road for miles.